Hi everybody, it's Rob Chavez with a quick video regarding a very important topic. There's been a lot of people that have been hurt by what's happened in the economy. It's really kind of an economy of two tails. You've got one segment of the market that has done very well because of what has gone on with COVID, and then another segment of the market that has been deeply impacted. Perhaps you have a friend, a family member, a loved one, a neighbor that is behind on their mortgage and they just can't catch up, right? And they're freaking out. They don't know what to do. So I want to give you some tools, some resources that you can help guide them in the process, right? And tool number one, trick number one, tip number one is really to get them to face reality, right? I find that many times what happens is people ignore the mail that's coming from the bank. They know that there's a problem there. They don't want to open the mail, and it's super important for them to open the mail to see what's going on, what the communication is from the bank. And believe it or not, even though there's a lot of negative press around banks and servicers, they do want to help. They don't want a foreclosure to occur. So they've got resources, tools. They're trying to reach out to this particular person to say, hey, we want to help. Call us. Let's just talk to us, right? So get your friend, your family member to open the mail and to call the bank, to call the servicer. Because what you don't want to have happen is for one of those pieces of mail to essentially have an auction date and a time that the property is going into foreclosure. So get this person to face reality, right? So that's number one. Number two, have them go to the HUD.gov website. There are tons of resources on that website to help sellers facing foreclosure understand all their options. There's government programs, there's tools and resources for them that are out there. So HUD.gov website, super helpful. Go there. Number three, if this particular person cannot catch up, if the bank isn't willing to take all the past payments and tack it onto the back of the loan, or they can't work out some kind of deal, or maybe this seller just knows, you know what, I just got to let this go. I can't afford it. The good news is this. They have more than likely equity in the property. See, during the foreclosure crisis of 2008, 2009, most people that wanted to sell just couldn't. They were upside down on their loan, by as much as 50% sometimes. So they literally just couldn't. So the properties were just going into foreclosure, or people were doing short sales. Today, there's plenty of equity in most people's properties, which means that even though this is an unfortunate circumstance and it's forcing them to do something they don't want to do, they more than likely will walk away with money in their pocket, which is the good news, right? Now, what I often find is that people wait to the very last second before they make decisions about selling. You need to give at least, we need 30 days in order to help somebody. We could do it sometimes in 15 days. If somebody calls me 1 to 2 days before the property is going into auction, I do have tools and strategies to stop that foreclosure. But we'd rather not implement some of those strategies, right? If we can at all prevent them. But it is totally possible to do, right? Such as filing for bankruptcy at the courthouse right before the foreclosure auction will stop the foreclosure, right? Which then gives us an additional 30 to 45 days to help that particular seller. So there's lots of other little tools and tricks to help somebody navigate this process. If you have further questions, if you have a friend or family member that is facing foreclosure or behind on their payments, share this video with them. I'm happy to walk them and navigate this process alongside them. Thank you.